And we are live. What's going on, guys? It's Nate from Ferocious Beer Company. Welcome to the Ferocious Friday Free-For-All. Glad you are here. It looks like we've got quite a few people here already. So thank you for being here. And we are going to have Mike Watson on as well. And he'll be joining us in a minute or so. So let's see. Who was the first to be here today? It looks like I show Nicholas Z. Bearded. Hello, folks. You were the first. Let me bring this down here because I feel like I'm looking off into space when I'm looking up on that screen. Okay, so it looks like Nicholas Z. Bearded was here first, at least according to StreamYard. Cindy's here too. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for being here. They call me E is here. Yo, what's going on? Russ Young is in the house. What's going on, Russ? Hope you're doing well. Free for all. Let's go. That's right, Russ. Absolutely. So glad you guys are all here. The Bearded Ninja 84 is in. Hi, all. What's going on, brother? Did you work topside or down below today? Or did you work today? I wasn't sure. I haven't talked to you today yet. Satisfied Seniors here. Hello to all and yo to E. Nice. Miss Melissa Kate is here. How are you doing, Melissa? Great to see you. Oh, Russ is saying he's wearing Masshole mixed with Power tonight. Oh, cool. So that's like a pure oud mixed with his concoction on the collaboration corner of Masshole. I bet you that smells really, really good. Man, that sounds good. I'm going to have to whip that myself. Bearded Tommy 1972 is here. What's going on there, Tommy? Great to see you. Power is straight birchwood oud. Yes, sir. It sure is. Who else is here that I may have missed? Ellie Orchard's in the house. What's going on, Ellie? Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Greeters here. Hey, what's going on, Michael? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, man. Catching up on these last comments. Travis Tyler's in the house. What's going on, Travis? Great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Dagan just jumped in a minute ago. What's going on, Dagan? Great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Sam's in the house. What's going on, Sam? Thank you for being here. Howdy, y'all. There you go. That's the Texas dialect. Howdy, y'all. Great to see you. Dylan Hebert is in the house. What's going on, Dylan? Thank you for being here, brother. Glorious Beard up there in Massachusetts. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. So glad you're here. So, okay, Bearded Ninja said he worked top side and bottom side today. Okay, so a little of both. Nice. So kind of split up your day a bit. That sounds pretty fair. Nano O is here. What's going on, Nano? Great to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Hope you guys are doing well. Bearded Votto is in the house, working but listening. Well, that's cool, man. I'm glad you're here to listen. Appreciate that, man. And how long are you working till? Greeter says, Nate, turn up your mic. All right, let's see if I can turn that up a little bit. I got to turn the game up. The game? The gain. The game. Hold on one second. Let me just take a look at this. All right. How's that? Is that better? Is that a little better? Hope so. If not, I'll work on it in a bit. Jeffrey Vera over there on Facebook. Holla. What's going on, Jeffrey? Great to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that, man. Dan B007 is in the house. What's up, Dan? Great to see you. All right. Let's see. They call me ear grater. Turn up your ear. Greeter, turn up your earplugs. Right? I don't know. Maybe it's the earplugs. I don't know. But I mean, can anybody else having an issue hearing me? Just kind of let me know in the comments. Dagan says, I hear you fine. Okay, great. Sam's on break eating Sonic hot dogs. Oh, nice. That sounds pretty cool. I haven't been to Sonic for a meal in a while. I sometimes go there for drinks, but haven't been there for a meal for a while. You sound fine to me, Melissa says. Okay, thank you. Russ is missing some. Sorry, all. Right, did I miss the beginning of that part? So, yeah, what's up, Gary? Thanks for being here, man. Huh? What did she say? Let me turn up my hearing aid. I can't see that. Could read Nate's lips, but mustache is in the way. Yeah, I'm starting to look like Dagan with that mustache, right? All right, listen. So without further ado, I would like to bring on Bearded Mike Watson, who is joining us tonight. So thank you so much, Mike, for joining us. There you are. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, typical Friday night.
It is Friday night here, Ferocious Free For All. But the important thing is, it's Friday. So that means the week is done. We've got the weekend to hopefully look forward to, and just kind of wash all that stuff that we've done over the last week to where it's proper place and move forward.
For sure, for sure.
So let's see. Oh, Greeter
No,
says
we
his headphones were turned down. Oh, no worries.
had a job interview this morning, and it went all right for a little while, and then right towards the end, it headed south real quick. But only
Yeah.
because of my personal beliefs, and that's fine. It wasn't meant to be, and
What do you mind me asking what the interview was for?
it was a accounts receivable position and payroll for a construction company here,
Okay.
a smaller company, and they had some requests, and I wasn't comfortable with that, and I said, well, you know, that's not the job, and
Yeah.
for basically $1 more an hour than what I make now, I wasn't willing to sacrifice that. So
Sure.
it
Hey, you know
was
what? You got to do what is right for you, both mentally and
for sure.
from a your own, what's the word I'm looking for? Why does it escape me? Because I'm 50 years old and I'm forgetting words. But it's the word where your convictions. You know what I mean? You have to
Yeah,
stand
my
for your
morals.
convictions,
Yeah,
your morals. And so yeah,
yeah. I have
you
a
know,
strong belief about it, and I'm not, like I said, now if they're talking 15, 20,000 a year more, there can be some flexibility in that. But for $1 an hour more, I'm not even moving.
right. Yeah, I know
So
what you're saying. Now, how is the job market in Arizona? Is it as like they keep saying? Oh, the job market is hot. Like it is the place.
if you want to work, there's work.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
like, I mean, for example, there's a Wendy's literally about across the street from my house,
Mm-hmm.
and they're advertising anywhere between I think $16 and $19 an hour to flip burgers and cook fries.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I'm like,
that's not
this
bad
is
for flipping burgers
for
and
for fast food. Yeah, I mean,
customer service and whatnot. But I mean, like when I was in high school, I worked at Burger King. So that was like my first. Well, it wasn't my first real job. I worked at Kmart for one day, but I didn't want to stand on my feet and wear a tie all day. Like you had to wear a tie, and I was like,
oh yeah,
I went
back
in
then
there.
for sure.
Yeah, this was like 1988, and I was what 17, and so I worked at Kmart for one day, and I was like, geez, this sucks. Like standing on my
Right,
feet for 6 hours and wearing this, you know, what was
got to
it,
wear a shirt and tie every day to work. Yeah, forget
Chess
that.
King. Remember that show, Chess King? That
Right.
store, Chess King. I bought my tie there, and so yeah, I went over to Burger King where I had a buddy that was working there, and so yeah, I ended up flipping burgers at the back, but I was making like 6.75 an hour back then. So, and I think it was supposed to be 5.75, but I think what happened was after school ended, like in the summertime, I agreed to work until 9 at night, and I guess if you work a little later, they give you an extra buck an hour or something. So I got 6.75, and I thought I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, for sure. But
So
other than, I mean, I've only been playing around for maybe the last week looking at work, and um, it's out there. It's out there. It takes a little bit of work, but um, I have a job. It pays decent.
yeah,
I'm just kind of tired of the empty promises and the BS, and welcome to corporate America, because I stuck it out at my last job for 25 years,
mm-hmm.
getting strung along by the same kind of empty promises. Oh, we're going to promote you. We got these new positions coming. Yeah, we want you in mind for this, and then they'd be done. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember like I worked for a big corporation too, and I feel like while there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of great benefits at these companies, I often felt that many times positions that would become available were already they were already grooming people for those positions. And so
exactly,
like if you were to apply for it, even though you might be super qualified, it doesn't fit into the plan. You know what I mean?
right?
Because you put
They
a
know
lot
who
of
they
people into
want.
plannings. Yeah, and
They know who they
so
want.
And it is what it is. I don't.
But
It
with the
sucks
last one, it
sometimes, but
was I would look at it and go, well, God, I've already got 5 years in, or I've got 10 years in, and towards the end, I'm like, God, I've got 15, 20, almost 25 years and 7 weeks of vacation and all this, and the benefits were pretty decent.
hmm
I'm like, how do I give that up? And then everything kind of fell apart one day, and I was like, that's it.
sure. Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you know when the writing's on the wall. When you know when you're not happy anymore, that's when it's time to really start planning for your exit. You know.
So I got a few other ones. I've got some leads on some other stuff and put in some applications, and
All right.
one at a
Good.
time,
Good.
it's time.
Sure. Absolutely. Oh, Sam worked at Burger King also. So back then, I will say, back then, you didn't have cameras on all your doors. You didn't have a lot of automated systems. And I had a buddy who worked there that would work drive-through, and he would ring up orders all night long. But then, like some of them, he would void, and you know, clearly he would void them and pocket the money, I believe. And it's like nobody ever caught on to that until including I didn't even know he was doing it, but I found out after because a couple of years after we all left and went into the military, and then we got out and we were talking and stuff. He mentioned that. I'm like, he said he would forget sometimes to go in and get his paycheck. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's like,
How do you
the orders
forget
he was
that?
voiding, because he's voiding so many orders that and collect like he's just cashing it out. I'm like, jeez,
Gotcha.
I don't think it would be that quite the same nowadays with cameras. And I think the worst I ever did when I was there is one day we walked a case of Whoppers out the back door, and we went down to the beach and cooked a bunch of Whoppers on the beach, which was pretty cool. At
Nice.
least the beef.
I
They
did
call
the
me
grocery
East
store
Sanders.
thing. I did the
I would.
grocery store thing in high school.
Okay, grocery store. That would be pretty interesting, I guess. What do you just like? Is it basically just like setting up displays and like
Yeah, I
refilling
was
the coolers and
bagging
stuff?
grocery. I was the guy that was bagging your groceries and fetching the shopping carts from the parking lot.
Okay. They call me East as I wouldn't be able to work at a restaurant because I would be picking food all day and get more fat. Hey, we used to eat a ton of food in the back, like because you would get free meals when I worked there, but you're supposed to eat them in the front. But I mean, we would just make sandwiches that nobody ever heard of. They could just whip up a bunch of stuff like and make it. Sit there behind the like behind. So at Burger King there was like that. What's that? It sounds like rain. Is that your speaker or mine?
No, it's not here.
Sounds like someone just flushed the toilet. That's weird. But anyway, the way it was laid out, like you'd have all your frozen Whoppers in the back, and then there was a chain that would pull those Whopper beef patties up into it, and like it would cook under a flame, and it would spit out on the other end. And the same thing with the buns. And so that pretty much took up the whole space where people in the front couldn't really see us if we're back there. So we just go back there, make some food, and then just kind of walk right around the corner to where there was where like you had an entry to the freezer, and we would just sit back there and eat stuff all day. So Sam says he feels old. Hey man, you're not that old. Oh, Russ worked at Burger King too, right by Tampa Stadium, 1985. Man, I'm just envisioning like the 80s again. I miss the 80s more and more. It would be great to go to just like take a vacation to the 80s where you could experience the 80s.
I want to know now. I want to know then what I know now, though.
Yeah.
If I'm going back, I want to know. I want to know then what I know now.
Well, yeah, I know, but then again, that was part of the cool thing about the 80s was everything was like, you know, there wasn't an internet.
There was no
I was
internet, no camera phones, no
yeah, no
people weren't video
GPS.
recording everything.
Right. Like I remember remember AAA, you'd have to get a trip. What was it called? Like it was like a trip planner. Like if you're going on vacation,
Oh
oh,
yeah, you could request it ahead of time, and they'd send you like maps
yeah, turn by
and
turn directions on a literal turn by turn page.
right.
Yeah. I'm surprised
They
we ever found where we were going.
they can. I agree with you, man. Yeah, I've seen way too many people get promoted that definitely were not the ones that should have got promoted.
Mm-hmm.
I think that happens all over in corporate America, though. Like you said, they pick and choose who they want.
Yeah, that and a lot of times they're like, if it's a big enough company, there's siloed. So you have one group working, and all they ever do is associate with their one group, and then another group's working
Right.
over here, and all they ever do is associate with a group. So it's hard to network and kind of get exposure depending on the scenario, you know. Animal
Absolutely.
Track says Long John Silver's. We served beer. Closing shift was always fun. Oh man, I bet.
Long John
Man,
Silver sells beer, dude.
I haven't been to Long John Silver in like
I haven't
15
either, and I
years,
didn't know they
man.
had beer.
Yeah, I didn't either. Bearded Tommy, 1972, did grocery store too. That's cool. I was looking at there's a in South. I live near South Lake, and South Lake's a pretty upscale city, but there is a Trader Joe's there, and I don't know. I know they don't pay that well, but I still get like I walk in there and everybody just looks like they're having fun, and it would be like that would be
Always,
pretty cool to pick up a part time gig, at Trader Joe's or
always.
something.
I like Trader Joe's here because they sell um, more of the local brewery type stuff that you
Mm-hmm.
can't necessarily get in the big grocery chains here.
Yes.
And there's a few, from up in Sedona. There's a couple of breweries that are good, but I've put all
I'm a
that
little.
stuff aside now. Put all the beer aside. Put all the whiskey aside.
Oh yeah, beers too.
Beers too. Maybe a case like we went to the Diamondbacks game. I went with my son um,
Mm-hmm.
about a week or two ago. We went to the game and I broke down and I had a beer while I was at the ballpark. But pretty much all that, just because there's so many carbs in it.
Mm-hmm.
Been trying to, I cut out sweets, ice cream, gone. Cut my carbs way way back, and I'm down almost 20 pounds in about 6 weeks. But I'm also
Wow.
trying to do a mile a day at least. This week's been a little slow. I've been having some back issues, but I have an
Mm-hmm.
awesome chiropractor here that's also a friend of mine, and he's got me
Is
back on track. So
is it lower back?
yeah, yeah,
Um,
mostly lower back, lower to mid.
I used to have, well, ever since about, well, I swear to God, it sounds like a joke, but it's for real. Back when I used to help my wife change diapers with my kids, I did it all wrong. Like as far as how I bent over with my back, like I did it wrong, and
Right.
I blew my back out. And so every like 6 months, I could pretty much set my clock to it. My disc would slip, and I was in awful pain. Like it was in so much pain that I totally understand. I would understand why people were like, I can't take this anymore. Like I've never felt that kind of pain in my life, and physical pain at least. And so I will tell you that the more you keep walking, running, uh, exercising, and as you lose weight, I believe if it's anything like me, that back pain will eventually not be an issue because you're not carrying all that extra weight,
Oh, for sure.
you
For
know.
sure. And I know it from when I lost all my weight and had my hip replaced and then I got lazy after that and
Mm-hmm.
I gained everything I lost back and another 20 or so on top of that. So it's a path and it is what it is, but we get there and
Yep,
I'm moving.
exactly.
So that's good. I've got in some clothes that haven't been out of the closet in quite a while, so I feel good about that. I bought this shirt, it says Army on it. When my oldest was in the Army, and he's been out 4 or 5 years now,
Let's see that.
and
I'm
it's
just gonna
oh,
take
it
this
just
down for a
says
second.
Army on here. I can tilt my there we go. It's just a dry
Nice.
fit. It says Army on it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was sitting there today, and I was like, I need to get ready to go to Cairo. Let's throw something comfy on. It's dry fit, so it's super lightweight. And I was like, hey, wow, it fits right on.
Yeah, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
when I went through back probably 5 years ago, 4 to 5 years ago, I was about 235 was my weight. At one point, back when Barb was pregnant, I was up to about 260. That was the heaviest I'd been. And but I maintained. I never usually like once I was out of the Air Force, I pretty much went up to about 220, and I stayed there for most of until about 4 years ago. I went up 260, then I went back down to 220 to 235 range. I've since then lost quite a bit of weight. I'm down to about 170 at the moment, and I actually want to be a little heavier, so I got to work on that. But like there comes a point where like, do I really want to go out and buy new pants, new shorts that I don't need to like super lace up my belt? Because I think internally I'm going to probably go back up to there again, but I don't think I will. But it took me like about 2 years to actually go out and buy new shorts and new pants because I just felt like it would be a waste of money because if I gained weight again, I wouldn't be able to wear them. You know?
Yeah. When I gained a bunch of weight, I took some, but not all of my clothes, and I was like, okay, these are the ones I want to keep.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of stuck them in a pile in the bottom of the closet, all folded up, and then now I'm kind of like, oh, this and this. What I kick myself for is I got rid of a lot of my smaller T-shirts, and now my big T-shirts, I'm like swimming in them. So it's like,
Yes.
God, now I got to go back and I got to start replacing T-shirts. And luckily, T-shirts aren't super expensive, but
Right.
it's just the fact of having to. I
Have
should
to
have maybe
go out
just
and do that. Yeah.
packed them away in a box.
So Sam says he loves Arizona, the only other state he would live in. Family, and he lived in outside of Phoenix when he was a kid.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm about half hour, 45 minutes southeast of Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been to Arizona. I want to go. I mean, I've flown over it, but I've never actually.
Don't come in the summer.
No.
No, I mean, you're used to that Texas humidity. It's just hot and stale. 115,
So you don't have a lot of,
120.
Do you have a lot of wind moving through there then, or is it just no wind and it's just like
No, there's
hot
just nothing. It's just
baking?
it's just stale. It just bakes. You walk outside and you feel like you're walking into an oven.
Mm-hmm.
There's no air, no nothing. It's just hot.
Digging mowed yard as a kid. Then
there you go.
He was in
Did that
Army,
too.
UPS, Kmart. One day I was there. One day, Walmart, Foley's, which is now Macy's. Okay.
I did Walmart for a little while. I did Sam's Club for a little while too when I was younger.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, Sam's Club is basically a
Yeah.
Walmart. Did they pay better at Sam's Club than Walmart, or is it about the same?
I don't know necessarily that they pay better. Because I just always said, well, Sam's was just Walmart on steroids. It's just bigger packaging. I mean, it's still the same brands. It's just, instead of getting 6 in a package, you might get 36 in a package, or whatever it was. It's just. I thought they got treated okay. I was just tired of the. I went there right after I was out of the Air Force, and it was more. It was work. It was something to pay the bills. It was work. I did security for them, so that was pretty easy. Stand at the door, check your receipts. I was that guy. Or, excuse me, sir, do you have your card? And I got tired of the one day you might work 7 to 3, the next day you might work 1 to 10, then you were off a day, and then you might work 6 to 2:30. It's like your schedule was all over the place and you never knew. And I did that for about 4 or 5 years, and I'm like, okay, I need a Monday through Friday, like set schedule, nothing crazy kind of job. And that's when I ended up at Wells Fargo. And
okay. Yeah, that's it's
a
big company.
That was nice. That was nice. Yeah, I mean, my grandmother retired from there. My aunts retired from there. My mom's retired from there. My cousin worked there for a while, so it was kind of a family thing. And makes it a little easier
Hmm.
getting in the door, but overall,
Right.
I tell people, I'm like, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but everybody's got to
I
start
see
somewhere
a
doing something.
I see a lot of their Wells Fargo buildings around, and to me, they all look about the same. They're like these rectangular buildings with like gold windows on them.
Yeah,
Um,
they
they're
actually
just like,
have a set um, design or profile that they want their buildings to have, especially the big office buildings.
mm-hmm,
They want them all. It's weird. It's like anybody else though. It's like a lot like the grocery stores and stuff too. They want their stores to face a certain direction. They want so you walk in there and they all look more or less identical.
right. So speaking of looking identical, my youngest, um, while we were driving home one day, we passed Lowe's, and she looked at the Lowe's um, logo. Let me bring it up for a second. And she was like, the Lowe's logo looks exactly like the building. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I never noticed that before. She's like, yeah, it looks exactly like the Lowe's building. So let me bring it up and I'm going to show you guys. You guys tell me what you
That's it. When I'm
think.
driving this weekend, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look too because that's crazy.
So,
I never noticed it.
there it is. So there is a picture of a Lowe's, and that is their
Oh,
logo.
okay.
And
I
I'll be
see it.
damned.
Yeah, for
She's
sure.
right. It looks exactly like the Lowe's. It's like the shape of the Lowe's.
That's crazy.
Things
I'm
kids
sure
think
that
are
wasn't
just
intentional at all.
yeah, like the arrow with the FedEx.
Hey, I have to tell you, I have to shout out that sweet Jesus oil and butter.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
that's got bumped to like one of my favorites now. That's one of my go-tos in my cabinet every morning.
sweet Jesus,
That sweet
satisfied
Jesus.
senior.
Yeah, I believe.
Yes, that is
I
a
won it a
great.
few weeks back and man, I've fallen in love with that stuff. It's got a good scent. It's not overpowering.
That is banana, oud, and strawberry. That is that scent profile, and it is a good scent. I do enjoy that sweet Jesus a lot.
I mean, barbershop is still probably at the top of my list, but
Okay, you're back on the Christmas list then. No, we can.
yeah, no, barbershop it's weird because I mean maybe I'm OCD. I line them up like in my cabinet, kind of in order of what my favorites are,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell too. You turn the bottles around and it's like, oh yeah, that one's almost gone. Got to replace that one.
Yeah. So E says I plan to go to Houston and get the ring dinger with Dr. Gregory Johnson. Look him up on YouTube. What's that about?
I was gonna say, yeah, what's that? I've not heard of that.
Yeah. Please spill the guts on what that's all about. You do look thinner and more importantly healthier. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
You
Yeah,
do. And
it's
it's
getting
not just
there.
the haircut. It's not just the haircut. I
Yeah,
mean,
that high, you know. It's
that
actually I skipped it this morning. It's a little scratchy right now, but
yeah, I gotta trim or shave this sides a little bit. That's the one thing about growing this kind of hairstyle is you have to keep up with it or else it doesn't work.
right, right, for
So
sure.
Ellie says one of my cooks is a vet and desperately needs to get a new hat. His hat is so stiff and worn it can salute you. Ellie, get those dad caps over here at Ferocious. We've got multiple colors. All that Air Force Country Club living from a Navy guy. Yeah, so it was like when I was in the Air Force, the maximum you could be at my height, which was 5'11 and a half, it was 71 and a half inches, was 199. And that's about, I was at 198, 199. I was at the max. Had I gone over that, I would have been on what they called the Fat Boy program. That's what they called it. But I never got on it. I had some colleagues, I guess, friends that were on that program. But a lot of these guys were really buff, like they worked out, but they were still over the max, so they had to get a waiver basically.
Yeah, they tape them. Yeah, that's what my oldest had to do when he went in the service because he played football and wrestled through high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
So
asphalt's soft for sure. It is out here. These roads
yeah.
are they try different stuff all the time, and it doesn't help.
That reminds me of when I was in Turkey, Salopi, Turkey. It was like that. It was so hot that I just thought about this from that comment. That it was literally like sometimes you felt like you were stepping on like molasses or something, which is crazy. Ellie says, my brother from the bio dad is Air Force because he wanted to be different from the rest of the fam. Rest of the fam that served our Army. Okay. Yeah, I mean, hey, Army, Air Force, Marines, Navy, Coast Guard, whatever you served in, thank you for your service.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. Greeter says, 36. Good God, 20 years on you. Let me get my cane. No, let me just get the walker. No, though, just the wheelchair. I'd push you somewhere. Sam says he was sales rep for Frito-Lay for 15 years. So Frito-Lay, that's always been a company I've, like, even before I moved to Texas, I knew that was I always wanted to visit Plano, Texas, because I knew there's a Frito-Lay there.
They're owned by Pepsi, if I'm not mistaken.
Are they? I knew they were.
I think Pepsi owns. Yeah, I think Pepsi owns Frito-Lay.
Yes. Nate will be live with Mudcat Whiskers on the IG live stream a week from Thursday. Yes, Russ, that is true.
Awesome.
I will be on his show, so thank you for announcing that for sure. And it'll be great to talk to Nick. I haven't talked to him in a while, so it'll be nice to be on the other side. We'll just kind of be live. We'll just be not the other side, but we'll just be chatting back and forth about all sorts of things, and including our thought processes in making sense and things like that, which luckily for me, you guys help me make sense with your collaboration corner sense. So that is a big relief for me because you guys keep providing scent ideas and I keep making them, and they turn out, most of them, so good that they go up on the website. But want to talk about feeling old. You have a kid turning 18 in 2 months and graduate high school this month. Yeah, Ellie, I don't have kids quite that age yet, 6th grade and 8th grade, but
you got a later start than I did.
Yeah, I did. We sure did. Yep.
My oldest is 24. The next one is 18. He's actually stationed about 3 hours south of us, and we get to see him at the end of the month for Memorial Day weekend. He gets a 4-day pass. So he's going to come home and see mom and dad. We just saw him at Easter. We drove down there and spent Easter Sunday with him and his wife.
That's cool.
And
that's awesome.
Then I've got 16 and then little Sophia, that's 10. She was going to stick her head in here tonight, but she's outside. I guess her and the friends and some of the neighbors, they're all having a pizza picnic outside. So. Oh,
cool. I got to tell you, I was jealous when I heard she's the one that went to the Grand Canyon, right? For school?
She did on Tuesday. Yeah, I had to drop her off at school at 5:45 in the morning, and they got back. It was close to 7:00 at night when they finally got back.
Wow,
she had a
Cool
blast.
to have that so close, relatively close by.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so E says the ring dinger is a spinal decompression. Dr. Gregory Johnson is a chiropractor. He's been practicing for 40 years and has helped many others with their bodies. Okay.
I'm gonna have to look that up then on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston too. That's like a 5-hour drive, I guess, from here. 4 to 5 hours.
Is that about what it is from you? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Russ says.
Now, how far are you close to Arlington then?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm actually closer than I originally thought. Like, it sounds, every time someone's like, let's go to Arlington, I'm like, oh, that's so far. But truth be told, with no traffic or with normal traffic, it's about a 25-minute drive.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not bad at all. And like, if I went to where the Rangers play or the Cowboys play, that's probably about a 30 to 35-minute drive.
Okay.
So that's not bad. Dagan was 230 pounds going into basic training, and he was 198. He was lean.
Yeah, it'll do that to you quick.
Yes. Yeah.
It will do that quick. my wife, I had knee surgery when my oldest graduated boot camp, so I didn't get to travel. But my wife and Sophia went. They drove to Missouri to go watch him graduate boot camp, and my wife didn't recognize him. She walked right by him.
Oh,
Walked right by
I mean,
him.
yeah, sure. Yeah, because you're looking for what you remember, you
Right,
know? Mm-hmm.
right, for sure.
Let's see, Dan says, yep, I'm trying not to blink. I'm about to go scoop up my 11-year-old from the roller skating rink tonight. Switch into your phone. All right, Dan, be careful, man.
It's crazy, crazy,
Um,
crazy.
let's see, Bearded Tommy says, I was 36 when his oldest was born, and she just turned 13. Okay. Yeah, that's sometimes you just get a later start than others.
Oh, for sure,
You know,
for sure.
the price is right.
I've got a girl that I went to high school with that we're still good friends. We talk a lot. She had a couple of kids right out of high school and then started over again, and now her son is, I think he's around Sophia's age, maybe a little bit older, 11, 12 maybe.
Okay.
But then she's got adult daughters that are married and are getting married and having kids of their own. Oh, there she is. Come here. Come stick your head in here. There's Sophia.
Hey, Sophia, how are you?
Nate said hi.
So you didn't fall into the Grand Canyon the other day?
Nate
I
said
don't
you
know.
didn't fall in the Grand Canyon? No. All right. You going back out for your party? All right.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's really neat.
But
Let's
just
see.
real quick, up to speed. A lot of everybody in here knows the story with our third oldest, Ethan. Haven't haven't had contact with him now since the end of April, or excuse me, the end of January.
Wow.
We saw him a little bit through the holidays, and finally started some, or attempted to start some family counseling at the end of January, and it didn't last 10 minutes. And he got fed up and F this and F you and F everybody, and I don't want anything to do with anybody anymore. And that was that. And we had court not long after that, and they basically kind of just went, oh, status quo, we're going to leave him there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll revisit things in August. So our next court date is August 17th, and he turns 17 2 days before that.
Okay.
And by that point, it will be almost 2 years since we started this process. And more than likely, they're gonna roll with separation at that point.
Mm-hmm. Because at
So
17, like he'll.
yeah, they have a program here in Arizona.
Hey,
They call
Marty.
it independent living,
Mm-hmm.
and they help them. I don't know if they have apartment complexes or how that works, but they help them get into an apartment, help them get a job, teach them, for lack of a better word, survival skills. How to be an adult, how to be responsible, how to do the things you're supposed to be doing. But at the same turn, they also have rules that they have to follow, and staying clean and paying their bills and such. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
at some point down the road, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is, that he finally comes around and realizes, finally, that mom and dad weren't the bad guys. Um, we'll revisit it then. But until then, I
Oh, yeah.
I wish him the best, and I don't wish any ill will on him or anything like that. I just hope that
Sure.
he does what he's going to do him, and things I've seen or heard from other people that are still friends with him on Facebook. Unfortunately, he's still walking the same line.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like,
But
you can, you can have multiple
he's
children, and the way you raise your children, um, you'll have four different outcomes, and it has
100%.
nothing to do with. I mean, it just goes to show you that everybody has their own,
For
they're their
sure.
own people, and they're gonna, whether they're doing good things or not so good things. you have an influence, but it just goes to show you that, like, it's when you have little kids, you are basically controlling every little thing they do, whether they know it or not, and at
Right.
some point it shifts, and then at some point you kind of, it's you to me, I found with my both my kids, something has happened which causes me to realize, oh, I can't be treating them like a little kid anymore. Whether, because in your mind, up until that moment when they, whatever the incident is, they're still that little kid, and
Oh
then
yeah.
after that, you see them in a whole different light. But
I
you
think
know,
I don't know. For me, having boys and girls,
mm-hmm,
night and day, night and day, and yeah, and I get that because, and it's the things I used to do and say and whatever with the boys, obviously I can't with Sophia.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
She doesn't like the rough house and stuff like that I did with the kids. She wants me to sit down and draw and color with her, and
yeah,
you know she, she's very creative. She makes up her own games. She makes up her own stories.
mm-hmm.
Um, she's a riot. She's an artist. Let's see if I can
And
pull this
Melissa
down
says,
over
while you're
here.
pulling that up, Melissa says independent living is a good program. Case managers really help to keep older youth on a positive path to a better future.
I hope so, Melissa. I really do. I if that's the route that they go, I really hope that they can get him on there.
See you later, Steven. Thanks for popping in, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good night. So this is, I don't know how well we can see this.
Yeah, let me bring that. Oops, sorry.
Yep,
I was
you're
going to
good.
solo you, and let me drop the graphics
Here,
for a
let me.
second.
Oops, where's my camera? There we go. So this is a Sophia original.
Hey, I like
She's
it.
one of her favorites are she loves to draw ice cream cones, and usually the melting is down the ice cream cone and everything. I have stuff all over my office, just different sketches and artwork, and she's always coming up with something. And rainbows, she loves rainbows, all the bright colors. And
Mm-hmm. I remember when my oldest was younger, maybe about Sophia's age. Um, she used to draw. She came up with this idea of Mr. Pineapple, and so she made
okay,
books about Mr. Pineapple, and each book was like, it was only like 4 or 5 pages each one, or 6 pages, but it was a story about, Mr. Pineapple gets a job, Mr. Pineapple goes to the circus, or something like that. And I mean,
that's
she
awesome.
had 30 or 40 or more little booklets that she made of Mr. Pineapple, which are probably in a box now here, because I didn't want to throw them away. I want to keep them
Right.
just in case she decides, they decide they want to have it. But
Yeah, it's their minds just, it's crazy.
yeah, Sophia can sure pick a scent profile. Absolutely.
Yep, she's, a matter of fact, where, oh, that's not the one.
So Sam
Where'd
confirms
it go?
Pepsi does own Frito Lay. Okay, thanks, Sam.
Okay. Matter of fact, I tried to steal her bottle of Sophia Surprise.
Yep,
Let's see if we
there
get
it
that.
is.
There it is. I tried to steal her bottle of Sophia Surprise, and she brought it back down here into my office, and she stuck it back in the corner of the cabinet and told me I can't use it. It's just for her.
She's laying down the law.
She came in my office one day. She goes, "Where's my oil? What oil?" "My Sophia Surprise oil." I said, "It's in my beard cabinet upstairs." And she was like, "No." And she went up and got it and came back. What do we got tonight, Nate? What's in there?
So inside this ferocious koozie,
Dun, dun,
I have.
dun.
I still have a few more of these. That's why I'm drinking these. This is the Dallas Blonde,
Oh, okay.
which I just think it's a nice, easy beer to drink.
More like a wheat ale, or
um, it's like it's. Have you ever heard of that beer that's like like lawnmower beer, lawnmower beer? It's basically, it's kind of like, it's not super tasty. I mean, it doesn't have like a super amazing taste. It's just crisp and
okay.
fairly light, and it goes down smooth. and that's why I like it because it's not like heavy, you know.
I've got Diet Mountain Dew. That's about my only still crutch
Yeah.
that I'm holding on to is my caffeine. And I went from regular to diet, but
Yeah, we talked about last. I think it was last Friday the zero sugar sodas that I think those taste pretty similar to the regular.
yeah, those are pretty close. About Mountain Dew and Diet Mountain Dew and
What's up,
Diet
Nick?
Dr Pepper are about the two that I can do that are pretty similar. Everything else is session beer.
Session beer. Bearded Beta's in the house. What's going on, brother?
Oh, hey,
I've
brother!
seen.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, we got to get him on here one of these days. I know I've seen an Instagram post. Bearded Beta has been really working out a lot this past, well, over a year, and uh, he's lost quite a bit of weight too. So I'm
Awesome.
talking about you while you're on the screen here on the left hand corner, but yeah, as if he could talk for himself. But yeah, I think he's lost a lot of weight. So Am is here. What's going on, Am? Great to see you. Greetings, everyone. Session beer. Yeah, it's a session beer. Like that is just some made up word. Hey, let's we're having a session here, so why don't we drink a beer and we'll call it a session beer? And it sounds all of a sudden, like it's
Next thing you know,
a cool thing to do. Yeah, a session beer. So I did failed to mention Sam said a cut above is very good. I have to order the oil because I only have the butter. Sam, grab that oil and use code mental health. You'll save 30% through the entire month of May.
I've been spreading that like crazy. Especially, I got a few guys at work that have pretty good beards. I took cards in. I'm handing them out. I'm like, you got to go do this. Here's a sticky note. Here's the code to use.
Thank you very
Order
much.
these,
Really.
man. Order them.
Yeah, I mean,
I've gone back to just the goatee. But just, I don't know. Maybe while I'm job hunting, it kind of looks a little bit, for me anyways, it looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit more professional. And
I understand. Yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. Now, was your first interview in person or was it on the phone?
I did it was supposed to be a virtual type thing today through Microsoft Teams or whatever. And she was having issues with the audio on her side. So she goes, you know what? I'm just going to hang up and call you. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. So, Em said, just order my second bottle of mess. Great stuff. Thank you, Em.
There you go.
Appreciate you, man.
I love that stuff too, man. I even hit the goatee with it before I go to bed at night. Just
yeah, that's what
keep
I put
it.
in my beard tonight. Actually, normally I'll use my Sublime oil, but I was literally running so late that I decided, you know what, spray it, put it into my beard, and just brush.
I'll even use a little like after I shave my head in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of that, just to kind of get a little moisture in it, so it doesn't, get dry or flaky or whatever through the day. So
yeah, no, for sure, and that's the whole point of that, is to just to kind of a midday fixer upper, where you don't need to whip out a bottle of beard oil. Nick, Mudcat Whiskers is in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you so much for stopping by the free for all. Woohoo, as Russ says. Good evening. Woohoo! You're right. It's really great to see Nick here. And Greeter said he got his order today, so glad to hear that.
nice.
So let me see. Why don't we do this, Mike? If you don't mind, if you could keep everybody occupied for a minute or two, because I need to go through the mobile order apps from last month.
Sure.
And pick a winner. So I hate to be rude and like not ignore everyone, but I do want to get that winner picked.
Let's see.
So I'll be back in a minute.
So plans for Mother's Day? Anything like that going on? I know my daughter-in-law's in town this weekend. She drove in Wednesday to come see her mom, and she's going to stop by and visit my wife. So my son that's in the Army, this will be the first birthday that he's not home. First of many, I assume. So that's awesome. Yeah. Melissa, you're shooting way too high, honey. You're shooting way too high. It's been a long week and a long day. Um, Running a YouTube show is definitely not my forte. It's definitely not on my job resume. Although I ran trivia for a while. I did a trivia show in the evenings at one of the local bars, and that was fun. Thanks, Russ, man. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. But no, it's getting hot here in Arizona. It was like 90, probably like 95 today. We've had the AC on like since February. But other than that, it's been a quiet week. Like I said, yeah, we are job hunting, and so anybody knows anybody in Arizona that's hiring, shoot me a message. I'm always looking. Somebody asked me today, said, "What are you looking for?" I said, "Work." And I said, "What kind of work?" And I'm like, "Well, at 50, I'm a little old to be out digging ditches, but I prefer something air conditioned and Monday through Friday. But taking mom out for breakfast, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I probably should pop over and go see my mom. Luckily, she only lives about 20 minutes from me. But there's no real big plans. Like I said, my daughter-in-law's in town this weekend. She came up to see her stepmom, and she's supposed to stop over and deliver my son's Mother's Day gift to my wife on Sunday. So he couldn't. He tried to get a pass for, I think, for this weekend, or maybe it was Easter, and he couldn't. Got it in too late. So yeah, he'll be here the end of the month, and we'll get to see him and hang out. And he's already requested Dad's barbecue, so
Very cool.
I got big orders to fill.
That sounds nice. Okay, so I'm back, and we had actually, of all the orders we had in the month of April, only 8 of them actually came in on the mobile app. So a lot of people have a good chance of winning.
I think I had one on there.
Someone has a good chance of winning because.
Was it April? I don't remember when I ordered last time.
Let me see.
Probably been too long.
I've got the order numbers, so I put them onto this wheel. Let me share that screen real quick. So this isn't for tonight. In other words, if this is only for the people that placed an order, but I'm still gonna share this screen here. And there are 8 numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like a piece of pie. So let me spin this and see who won, and then I will send them a gift card because I'll already know who they are because they have the because I've got the order number. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Highlight the order that wins. 5792. So let me see who that is. See if it's somebody that's here tonight. 5792. Well, he was here, but he went to bed. Does anybody remember who that might have been?
Bearded Ninja.
Yes. He is the winner of a $50 gift card. So he will be hopefully pleasantly surprised to receive a $50 gift card in his email box tonight. But yeah, congratulations to him. And the only thing he did different than lots of other people is he used the mobile app to make his order. So let's see. With mom, there would be no beards. They like a clean-shaven son. Flagstaff is not hot. We hit 75 today. Probably the warmest day we have had all year. Finally, the nice weather's coming about time.
I've got friends up in Flagstaff today. Their daughter, who I've known since she was hatched, graduated from NAU this weekend. So,
oh wow,
she's nice. A special ed teacher.
Okay, tough work.
Yeah, and she just actually accepted a full-time position I think teaching second grade or something like that. So
Wow, very cool.
I told her, good, get out here, earn some money. My Social Security down the road depends on it.
What's Social Security? I heard it was going away.
Yeah, probably.
It may. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't, but that's
Probably.
what they say. So yeah, someone go wake up Ninja and tell him he won. It's a good thing we
So
don't have a requirement that they have to be on the show in order
beyond to win, yeah, right.
yeah.
I saw Tiki pop in too, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna
Mr.
say Tiki
Tiki.
says, what's going on, my friend? He will be incredibly excited and surprised. Yeah, I believe he will. Every time I see that corncob pipe Tiki, I think of Popeye.
It's a good look for
Senior
him.
with a sense. Yeah, it is. Senior with a sense. That's true, man.
Yeah, I see his IG posts all the time about all the different scents he has.
Oh, yeah, he's got a lot. He he's got almost as much as I do, and he's got more than most websites have. You know.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, Social Security has been supposed to be ending for 20 years now.
Yeah, I'm convinced there's not really any money there. They just keep mailing out payments every month anyways. That's the government.
You know, that's true, and here's a testament to that. So, as you know, my father passed away earlier this year in January, and I went. He had been receiving Social Security checks, and I was his. I was his power of attorney, so I would have access to his bank account. And when you're on Medicare, or Medicaid, I guess I should say, you can only have a maximum of $2,000 in assets, no matter what. A house, like you can sell all that stuff, and in your bank account has to be less than 2,000. And so every month, he would get his Social Security payment, and that's a lot of what helped pay for his where he was staying,
Right.
for the care. And even after he passed away, I received a notice from the Social Security maybe a month and a half after, saying basically we had heard that, or we had determined that Edward Powell has deceased, or is deceased, and so we will no longer be something about like no longer be sending out money or something like that. And yet every month I'm getting a copy of a check from the bank that is being sent to where my dad used to live, and asking them to please void these checks and please contact the bank to void them. I can't anymore. I'm not the power of attorney. You cease to have access to the bank account once he passes. So like
That's crazy.
the government
So yeah,
keeps sending
welcome.
money to the
They
bank.
just keep mailing it out.
Yeah, the bank sends it to where my dad stayed, and they send it to me. They'll hopefully catch up.
Yeah, what's going to happen is they're going to come back and go, well, we sent you all these checks, and
Oh yeah, I'm just keeping them in a pile, and I'll give them back as soon as they come by. And hi, we're here from the government. We're here to help. Okay, here you go.
here's a box.
some checks. Here's a box of checks. So, let's see. Russ says, satisfied IG posts are fantastic. He always has the products represented with the elements of the scent profile. Oh yeah, no, Rick does it up nicely.
Oh,
I love
for
his
sure.
scents. I mean, I love his graphics. Like they come in so quickly that I'm like, okay, I'll put this one on my what do you call it? I don't use it that often, but I'll put it on my, what's that? What the heck is it called? The circle. You click the circle, and your story. I'll put it on my story sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And then other times, I'll see it, and I'll be like driving to bring my kids to school or something. I'm like, oh, I want to do something with this, and then a couple other posts come out, and there's more, and I'm like, I can't keep up. But there's some great posts. Story, yes. Senior, was that an old pic you posted, or did you cut the beard? Melissa was wondering. while we are waiting for that, I say we do a giveaway because it's 9 o'clock. It's been an hour. I can't believe it's been an hour. Wow, since we
Been an
started.
hour?
Jeez. All right, let's do a giveaway. Okay, so for this, I think what we're going to do is we are going to use the word hashtag Arizona, since you're in Arizona. So anytime someone types in hashtag Arizona, you'll be entered. Well, if you enter the word Arizona, hashtag Arizona, you'll be entered to win. This will be for a $25 gift card to Ferocious for tonight. And I see one. Wow, fast hour. Isn't it? It really does go by super fast, Garrett. You're absolutely right. Time flies. Well, cat whiskers, time flies. It sure does. Okay, we got how many entries so far? 11 entries. Very nice. And then let me also check too, just to make sure we didn't get any orders. We may have during the show. I always do an extra giveaway if we get orders. Okay, it looks like the last order was tonight, 8:45 p.m. So we're gonna do a bonus giveaway in a bit.
Awesome.
So we got 14 entries, 14 people here. So why don't I bring up the screen real quick, and then we'll share that and we'll pick a winner.
Are you still doing the like the sponsored giveaway things?
I am.
Or
If
is that
somebody
kinda-
sponsors, yeah, it's available
Yeah.
on the website.
Okay.
Most people don't go to the website and buy a sponsorship. Some people do periodically, but most people will go and they'll buy themselves something. But
Gotcha.
yeah, it's definitely available. Okay, so let me see. Nate Ninja won a $50 gift card, right? I hope that's what you DM'd him. It was $5, Russ. 5. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was $50. It was 50. You're right. Oh man, that's funny. But I'm glad that he heard it, or that you're able to send him a message. All right, still 14 entries. Go ahead. Let's pick this winner. 1, 2, 3. And who's it gonna be? Who is it? Animal Tracks. Animal
Nice.
Tracks. Congratulations. You win a $25 gift card. Let's see, Animal Tracks. Just do me a favor, will you? Just send me a quick message either on Instagram, it's for Ferocious Beard Crew, or send me an email, ferociousbeardcompany@gmail.com. Just let me know your email address, and I will get that off to you right away. So, congratulations to you, and glad you guys were all here to participate. Now, we are going to do a bonus giveaway, too, because, well, Michael out there in the audience, you purchased a Magic Mist, so thank you, from the mobile app. So you'll also be entered to win potentially next month. So let's do a $10 gift card for the bonus. I think what I'll do is, did I close that window out completely? Let me see. I think I might have. Here it is. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to use the hashtag bonus. Hashtag bonus. So go ahead and start typing that in. This is for a $10 gift card. There we go. Let's see if we see the entries come in, if we see the comment come in at the same time. But it's hashtag bonus. This is for a $10 gift card to Ferocious. 7 entries so far. Okay. Hey, there it is. All right, Animal Tracks, got your email. Thank you very much. I'll be getting that off to you right away. Right after the show, actually. So thank you. Okay, 14 entries, 18 people here. So hashtag bonus will get you a $10 gift card if you're the winner. 15 entries now. BGG, enter again, kill the space. Oh, yeah, exactly. Dagan, you got a space between your hashtag and the word bonus. Good call, Russ. Good call. And M says, I have some sweet cheeses. That is actually one of his favorite scents. Very cool. There you go, Dagan. Okay, and we got 16 entries. Karma for your sweet cheeses order. Yes, exactly. Do it quick. Oh, 903, another order came in, so another bonus giveaway. Thanks to Thomas in Washington. And I think that's you, though, Sweet Jesus. Rick Harris collection. Awesome, very, very cool. All right, so 18 entries. I'm going to draw this in 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see who's going to win. M, you are the winner. So I think I know who you are, M, basically. Let me just see. Yeah, I do.
Animal Track says Thomas from Washington. That was his order. If I'm reading that right.
Yes. And they're actually both from Washington. Michael's in
Washington.
Okay. We're hitting the West Coast very heavily tonight. So it seems like. Yes. So let me just.
He says, you know me as Michael McDonald.
Yep, good. That's who I thought it was, and how ironic since he's the one that placed the order originally. So it's so weird how it's like you feel like it's all connected. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do another drawing for the second winner, thanks to Thomas placing an order too. So let me just hit that draw again. This will be for a second $10 bonus. 1, 2, 3. Aldemir, congratulations, Aldemir. I definitely know your email address, so I'll be getting all three of your guys's. Well, I got 4 things going on. I got Steven's $50 gift card. I've got Animal Tracks $25 gift card, and I've got Michael and Aldemir's $10 gift cards going out. So those will go out right after the show. So congratulations to you guys, and thank you for being here to even enter the giveaway. So, very nice.
So you're doing farmers market tomorrow night?
Oh, thanks, Marcus. Yeah, I am. Yeah, and that reminds me, I do need to pack the car tonight. So we'll probably jet out of here about 9:30 tonight out of the stream. But I find that this year what I'm doing is I'm loading up the car with everything except the actual products to like the Friday night before. That way, I'll stage the products downstairs that I'm taking, and then that's all I have to do is load those up, and everything else, the canopy, the tables. I don't usually bring a chair, but unless my one of my kids is going to help. But you know, I find that it's a lot less stress on Saturday morning where you're like, holy crap, I got to get up, I got to make sure I have everything that I need, because if
you'll forget something.
Then you're in a yes, and so
and you'll forget something that way.
Yep. So it's been working out pretty well.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Aldemir wants to pass it on to you, Mike. So.
Oh, awesome! Thank you, sir. Appreciate that,
Aldemir. So we will pass to you, Mike Watson. You got it. And I have your email address too, so get that to you.
Appreciate that, Aldemir.
Yeah, very, very cool. Nate, do you bring an ice chest with a butter still melt? Yes, I do actually for the first time this year. And I started with a larger ice chest or like a big cooler on wheels. But I find that I don't actually sell enough butters to really warrant lugging that huge, what is it, like a 65 quart cooler into the car and then lugging it down again. So last week, actually, I bought a small cooler that's still, I mean, it still has wheels and it has those little like handles like on your luggage for like the airport. But it's big enough to hold maybe 30 or 40 butters, but it's not like I'm going to carry 200. But yeah, it definitely is, especially as it gets warmer. It definitely helps a lot.
Was it last weekend you said it rained out there?
It was windy.
Oh, it was windy. Okay.
And actually, that was 2 weeks ago. It was super windy.
Okay.
I have 80 pounds worth of weights on my canopy. And up until about 2 years ago, I only had 40 pounds. And then I went to an event that required 80 pounds. So I'm like, all right, let me just get some more just in case. But when will I ever need them? I'm glad I had them because, I mean, it was like, as I was setting up, I usually start with like 10, then 20, and then 30, and so forth. And yeah, it started lifting up with 40 pounds on it. So.
No, not tonight. That's Tuesday.
M says, oh wow, really? Michael says, give my card to Mike as well. I was actually getting ready to deliver to give it to Aldemir. All right, absolutely. I sure will. Thank you so much, guys.
Well, thank you.
You guys rock. Mike is hitting the jackpot tonight, I'll say. Yeah, Dagon saw me at the market. That's right. Yeah, and Dagon, I mean, that was a pretty cool market, right? It was the weather's usually pretty nice. It does get warm in the summer, obviously, but the only thing about that market that, like, as a vendor, that is kind of like, I wish there was a way we could change it, but there isn't. Is the restrooms. Like, if you're there for 4 hours and you're drinking waters and stuff like that, like, after about 2 hours, you're like, I gotta go pee or whatever, right? So there's no clear way to get across because there's a little, like a river, small river that runs between the sides, and there's, like, these two bridges on the extreme opposite ends of where the farmer's market is that you have to walk around to get to the restroom. But if there was just one little bridge right across, you could just walk right across. It's probably a 40-foot, maybe 100-foot river. Maybe 50 to 100 feet. And then, boom, you could go to the restroom. But nope, you got to walk all the way around.
That's kind of a
hassle. As a vendor, when you're there by yourself, you kind of be like, hey, if anyone shows up, you just tell them I'll be right back, And
right.
Meanwhile, they're busy with their customers. So,
Now, how big is this? I mean, like 50 vendors, 100 vendors?
Between 50 and 90. They have 89 opening day. And as it gets warmer, it'll probably drop down to 50, I'd say. 40 to 50 in the heat of the summer. The core people that they just love. They're just
going to do it. They just love hanging out.
Yeah. So I'll be there. I just enjoy it. The only time I won't be there is like if we got something going on. Like we're gonna be going. I think we're gonna take a road trip to Florida later on at the end of May for a vacation for the end of school year vacation.
Awesome. One place I haven't been, I'd like to visit.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I really like the Gulf Coast of Florida. I used to think. Like, I used to like at the Atlantic Ocean side when I lived up in Rhode Island. We'd go down to Orlando or something, or Daytona Beach. But I do love the Gulf Coast. It's just so much more beautiful, the water.
Chris Snedden, I think this is his last name.
Yes.
He lives down in Florida.
Yep.
And he's been taunting me with his boat. Keeps saying he's going to take me out fishing if I ever come down there to Florida. So
Man,
one of these days,
that would be
maybe one of
nice.
these days.
You don't owe him any money, do you? That reminds me of like The Sopranos or something.
No, I don't owe him any money. Don't owe him any money. Not that I know of, anyways.
Right? I'd be like, do we really want to jump on this boat?
No, but we
Melissa says she's never seen the ocean one day. Oh, Melissa, yeah. I mean, when I lived in Rhode
never,
Island,
huh?
it just got so. Yeah, we didn't go to the ocean every day, but it was nice knowing it was a 15-minute drive and you could see it. You know. I guess you need a porta potty tent too, right? Yeah. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'll be right back. Where are you going? Oh.
You get one of those. Some friends of mine have one. It's about the size of a porta potty, but it's like a pop-up tent kind of thing. And that's
Really?
what they do is they set that up. It's literally big enough for one person in it, and they get a porta potty and they put it in there, and that's what they do when they're out camping. So
Yeah, I mean, got to do what you got to do, right? You watch out, he might feed you to the gators.
yeah, for sure. I tell you, we watch. What is it? Lone Star Law, North, I think it's Northeast Law or something like that, where they're up around New Hampshire. But it's the game wardens.
Okay.
It's kind of like cops, but it's game wardens, and they're going out checking the hunters and people fishing. And
Good night, Michael. Thank you.
good night, Michael. Thanks, man. Thanks, appreciate that. They're big in Texas. The Texas game wardens. Those guys are huge there.
Yeah, I've seen that show before. We actually had a game warden. We had somebody who was a police recruit when I went through the academy, and he was a Texas game warden. They put him through the police academy I went through.
Yeah, I saw something. They touched on that in one of the episodes that they put them through the police academy and then they sent them over to finish as game wardens. And
Yep.
I told my wife, I said, might be a new career.
Those game wardens, I mean, it's like, I mean, they've got more power than everybody else who was a local cop in that room because they have jurisdiction over the entire state.
You know what I never noticed before is
Thanks, Deacon. Have a good night, man.
Good night, Dagan. I didn't realize y'all had gators in Texas.
Yeah.
The first time I saw that, I went, what?
Yeah, there definitely are some. You got to be careful.
Now is that more probably South Texas down towards...
You would think so, but we have here in Fort Worth the Trinity River, and there have been gators in the Trinity River too. So, I mean, not like dozens or hundreds, but,
right?
You know, sightings of them.
That's crazy.
Which means, you know, if they can show up then, they can show up anytime. So, we just got an order, you guys.
What are you drinking?
Thanks,
Let me
Ellie.
see. Happy Dads.
Ellie, thank you. Ellie just placed an order, so we're doing another bonus giveaway.
Awesome.
And you know what I forgot to play? I forgot to play the music for the bonus giveaway, so let's do that real quick. There we go. I noticed when the music hit, like there's a little mute button showed up next to us, like that.
Stop.
I'm
gonna jump off. I'm gonna mute. It's my dog.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. Cool thing.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go mute this, and I'm gonna throw her in the kennel real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see. Since Bear Paw was an Ellie creation, we're going to use hashtag Bear Paw It's hashtag bear paw. That looks like this, and that will get you into this bonus giveaway pool for a $10 gift card. So
All right,
just
there
type
we
in
go.
hashtag bonus, I mean hashtag bear paw, and we'll pick a winner in a few minutes.
She can, my puppy can hear all the kids playing out front in the green belt, and she
Oh,
wants to go play too, and she does not play well.
huh. I just noticed. So I simulcast on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, but for some reason Twitter didn't connect right. So it
Huh.
just said an error occurred. Would you like to retry again? So it says now I'm live, but like an hour and a half in, or whatever.
Oops.
Oh well.
I almost tried to grab my work headset when I came back in here. I'm like, well, that wouldn't have worked. That I wouldn't have hurt anybody. It just shows you what habit it is. I walk in here and I grab it off the hook and put it on.
Yes, exactly. Time to go to work. Time to make the donuts. I already made the donuts. Lockdown time for the doggy.
Yeah, for sure.
So you get
You know,
12 items.
people give me a hard time because we do have her kennel trained, but she's an awesome little dog and little. She's
Mm-hmm.
probably, I don't know, 40 pounds. But
Wow.
at night, all I have to say is, okay, it's time for bed, and I'll get up
Mm-hmm.
to start, checking windows and turning off lights and stuff.
Yep.
And she just, I don't even have to say nothing to her. She'll go over and lay down in her kennel, wait for me to come close the door.
Yeah. My larger dog Harley, she's kennel trained. She loves she. I remember when we first got her for the first couple of days, she couldn't stand. She would cry when she'd go into that crate. But now she'll even put herself in there for like her own self timeout. Like she'll
But
rile up the other dogs, and then she'll just walk in there and just lie down.
Daniel, I'll start looking around, and I have a bed that finally something she couldn't destroy. I'm made out of like canvas,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a big squishy bed, but it's made out of canvas that I got at Petco. Um, and that sits in my office, and she'll bounce back and forth between the extra chair I have in here or the bed, usually during the
Mm-hmm.
day while I'm working. But there's times I'm looking for her, and I'm like, at night, I look at Michelle, and I'll be, where's the dog?
Hmm.
And I look, oh, she's in here laying in her bed in the office, or she went over and just laid down in the kennel just to go lay down. I'm like, okay. But I've been working, she's about 2.5. So I've been working some more with her, just different commands, and
Mm-hmm.
she is very much so like most of us. She's very food motivated.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, I'll do that for food.
She knows if Grandpa's getting the treats out that it's time and she's got to do her tricks.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see who is going to win this $10 gift card. I'll put it on the screen for you. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Satisfied
I've seen
Senior.
her.
Congratulations, Rick. You get yourself a $10 gift card to Ferocious. So, very cool. Very, very cool. I'll be sending that off as well.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
So, congrats, yeah, for sure. And I'll be sending that off to you tonight. So, thanks to everybody else for entering. And, of course, thank you to Ellie for that bonus giveaway. Really appreciate that. You guys know every Friday we do a bonus giveaway every time we get an order that comes in while we're on the show, whether or not it's from somebody in the audience or not, does not matter. I just think it's kind of a cool way to kind of give back to the community that you guys are giving me business, and I really appreciate you guys helping me with growing Ferocious. And so I turn around and at least kind of like try to share that as much as I can, share the wealth, so to speak. So I did want to make a comment or post a comment to Nicholas Z. Bearded. I had mentioned this way back at 8:07, but I started and I didn't get a chance to click on it. Deep Sky collaboration. That's his scent. apple, vanilla bean, honeysuckle, rose, and sage. And he has that with him now. But that's a really great scent if you guys want
That sounds
something
awesome.
new. Yeah, that honeysuckle is really, really good. So thank you, Nicholas, for that. And oh, by the way, I just ordered. I realized I didn't have jasmine. I thought I had jasmine for several years. I thought I had jasmine, but I did not. So I ordered some, and it came in, and I've updated the collaboration corner list now with jasmine. So if you want to, try something with jasmine in it, now you can. It's an essential oil. It's not a fragrance.
I messaged you the other day about what was it? Oh, did you have just plain almond? And you said
Yes,
no,
you
you had
did.
cherry. You had cherry almond.
Yep.
Do we already have one in existence that's literally like just the cherry almond and vanilla?
That is a great question. Let me take a look at the. You would
I
think
was
I would
just
know,
curious.
but I have 196.
No,
I
with so many that out there.
Let me take a quick look here. So, okay,
Trying to find something
almond.
besides naked that that my wife will tolerate.
Right. Okay, so let's see. Cherry Seas is cherry almond and sea salt. Sweet Smoke is, well, you submitted that one. Warm vanilla sugar,
Yeah.
Cuban tobacco, and cherry almond. Sonic is cherry almond, lime, and Cuban tobacco. Let's see. There's Stardust has rose, grapefruit in it, and ginger. So no, we don't really have just. What did you say? Cherry tobacco and cherry almond?
No, just the cherry almond and vanilla.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'll have to put that on my to-do list for Tuesday night then.
Yeah, I mean, Sweet Smoke comes close, but it has Cuban tobacco in it too.
Yeah, she wasn't super fond of that one, but
okay. Do you think it was because of the Cuban tobacco?
I think it was the tobacco in it. Yeah.
Okay.
House Margarita. I keep mentioning.
Oh,
You still have that special going on that one, or is that done now?
That's a good question. I've been kind of out of sorts this week, working on so many different things. I think it might still be running, actually. Let me double check the discounts real quick.
I remember getting that. God, it's been a while now.
It expired. It expired.
It expired. Okay.
6th. Yeah. Yep. That was code May.
That's right. Still got the 30% off going. So that's.
Oh yeah, it's still 30% off, and that's a really good deal. It's not good as free, but it's
right.
30% off is decent though. Yeah, Greeter said he got the Backwood Chew and Madhouse Margarita in the mail today. Thanks. Awesome. Yeah, so you got the Madhouse Margarita, and that Backwood Chew. That's one I really like. I've been using a butter because I had an extra butter of that.
What's the profile on that one?
Which one?
Backwood Chew.
So the Backwood Chew, that one is this cherry, but let me see. I want to get you a little bit more specific. The Backwood Chew is cherry tobacco and oud.
Okay.
And that would be, so that was from 2021. That'll be the Birchwood oud, cherry tobacco and oud. And I rated that an A back on April 6th of 2021. And that. All right, Nick, you have an early start tomorrow. Nick, thank you so much for being here, man. And I look forward to seeing you on your show. It's got tobacco in it, Mike. Your wife won't like it. Peachy Keen, I had cherry almond, vanilla bean, and peach. Peachy Keen, that's a good one.
I like
You
the
don't
sound
see
of that one
Madhouse.
too. I like that peachy keen. That sounds good too.
Yeah, that cherry almond. You just got to be. Again, I mentioned before. Like if you put too much in, it really to me smells a lot like Robitussin. Because that's what, or
Right.
Nyquil, because that's what it
Or you're
smells
right.
like. But if you're careful, and depending on what you mix it with, it can come out. It can really add just a little bit of cherry. So Madhouse Margarita, that you can actually find if you go to the Shop Ferocious and then click on Previous Scents. You're going to see the historic special order oils, and it sits in there. It's one of my old school scents. And
I
that one,
want
by
to
the
say that
way,
was one of the first ones I ever got from you.
yeah, that was orange, tequila limon, and coconut kiwi. And I really enjoy that scent a lot. I always was like, wow, this is the scent. This is the scent that's gonna blow everybody away. And like the people that get it, they do like it, but a lot of people don't get it, so they never know how good it is. And maybe because they think it's gonna taste or it's gonna smell like alcohol or something, but it's a really nice vacation-y smell to me. Anytime. Yeah, give me a call anytime. The farmers market ends at noon tomorrow, but give me a call, tomorrow afternoon, if you want to, or Sunday anytime. So look forward to it. We got saltwater crocs too. Ooh, wait a minute. Somebody said something about Houston. Oh, Sam says I need to go up to the farmers market one day. I live in Southwest Houston. Sam, if you come up to the farmers market from Houston, I'm going to give you a bottle of free beard oil. Just let me know, hey, it's Sam. I'm here to cash in. Because that's a long trip. So that would be awesome to see you.
Yeah, if for some reason I end up staying at GM, that's our long term is to end up somewhere near Arlington because that's where our other office is.
Sure.
The only requirement they have is you have to live within 2 hours of the office because
Do they
most of our
count
stuff
traffic
is
or not?
yeah. Because most of our, I mean,
Arlington's a nice.
I'm like 96, 98% remote. I work in the physical office 4 days out of the month.
Mm-hmm.
The
You
rest
could
of the
live pretty
time I'm
much
home.
anywhere in the Metroplex, and you're going to be within 2 hours of Arlington.
I told my wife, I said, I just don't want a 2 hour commute. That's all.
Yeah.
But I don't want to live in the city either. I'm done with city life.
Right. I mean, I don't. I live in Fort Worth, but it's far north. Well, you've been to my house. You know what it's like. I
Yeah,
mean, it's a typical. It's a regular neighborhood. It's not.
right.
It's not like downtown.
My cousin just bought a house in Weatherford.
Yeah, that's country out there.
Yeah. Well, her husband likes to build cars and stuff, so he wanted a property to put a shop on
Okay.
and
Well,
stuff.
he's got
But
the.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the place to go.
she's like me. We're 3 months apart, and she was an Arizona native.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you. Have a good night, man.
How long do I do the market for? So the market runs every Saturday from the last week in April through I want to say the I think it's mid October. I want to say first week or second week in October. Every Saturday from 8 o'clock till 12 o'clock. And it's in Keller, Texas, in Bear Creek Park. I was gonna say
So
something
now I want
else.
to
What
live there
was
just so I can come to the farmers market.
Mike? I'd probably put you to work, man.
You're right.
I don't know. I have a
I
feeling
could
that
guard
when
the
there's two
table while you
people
run
at
to
the
the
booth, yeah, when I run to the
tape.
bathroom, yeah.
When you run to the bathroom, I'm
Like
gonna guard the
when there's
table.
two people there, like it just generates more buzz. When there's one person there, people are just walking by. They look at you and wave, and but they keep going. But I've noticed that anytime when someone else is in there, like with a beard looking at stuff or just talking to me, other people with the beards will come in
Then
too.
they start stopping.
Yes, and it's like I just think people don't necessarily feel comfortable walking into a canopy because now they feel committed to, well, I gotta buy something.
Right.
So tomorrow I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna put my table up to the front of the canopy. I usually like to have a welcoming, come on in, thing like,
Right.
but I'm gonna do an experiment tomorrow. I'm gonna put the table closest to the path, and so people don't actually come in, and that way they can just walk up and they'll be in their space. I'll be in my space, and we'll see if that has any impact. I don't know if it will or not, but hey, it's all about trying different
I'd
things
be
out.
interested to see how that goes.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
notice
gonna
a
try that.
difference.
Yeah, I definitely will do that and try. I'll let you guys know.
Never mind, it leaves you more in the shade too. So
Well, yeah, because usually I have two tables. I'll put them like an L shape, and so like the front of it's
okay.
down here. So if it's like this, they'll walk in and they can see like this. They'll see like shirts and hats and a couple other things, and then on the back table is where I'll have the oils, the balms, and the butters and the washes and stuff. So
Ooh.
it's still sunny out where you're at. I think it looks so light outside, right?
Oh no, that's just the light in my office. It's dark
Oh, is it?
outside.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
dark out
okay.
there. But I still hear the kids playing, so they're having fun. Which means Sophia will sleep in tomorrow, which means Dad can sleep in tomorrow, which is always a
Yeah,
good thing.
that's cool. That is nice. All right then, Michael. Thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, I
I
appreciate
think
you
I
having me
will
on, Nate.
probably. Yeah, absolutely, anytime. And I think, and if any of you guys want to be on the show, just let me know, and I'll be happy to bring you on, and we'll get to know you a little better. But I do want to just kind of get ready for the farmers market tomorrow. So there's a couple of things I just got to prep for, load up the car, and then charge the reader because I need to. I have a card reader for, for people with their credit cards. So I got to make sure, that's charged up. So awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Friday night. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys Tuesday for Collaboration Corner, I hope. Take care.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Bye. So my computer's running slow. Let's see.